Can't sleep?
Jesus, you scared me.
Sorry.
What are you doing here?
I thought I'd check up on you. Why aren't you in bed?
Your student is still here. He's up in your study.
He can let himself out.
I might as well wait up until he's done.
He's not my student anymore. He's teaching now. Bright kid.
What time is it?
Almost 1.
Huh.
After midnight.
So?
So, happy birthday.
Oh, Dad.
Do I ever forget?
Thank you.
25. I can't believe it.
Neither can I. Shall we have it now?
Up to you.
Yes.
Do you want me to open it?
No, let me. Last time you opened a bottle of champagne out here, you broke a window.
That was a long time ago. I resent your bringing it up.
Yeah, well, you're lucky you didn't lose an eye.
25.
I feel old.
You're a kid.
Glasses?
Oh, God damn it, I forgot the glasses. You want me to go in?
Nah.
I hope you like it. I wasn't sure what to get you.
It's the worst champagne I've ever had, Dad.
I'm proud to say I know nothing about wines. I hate those kind of people who are always talking about vintages.
It's not even champagne.
Well, the bottle was the right shape.
Great Lakes Vineyards? I didn't know they made champagne in Wisconsin.
A girl who's drinking from the bottle shouldn't complain. Don't guzzle it. It's an elegant beverage. Sit.
Do you want some?
No, thanks.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday to me, huh?
So what are you going to do on your birthday?
Drink this. Have some, won't you,
No,
please?
thanks. I hope you're not spending your birthday alone.
I'm not alone.
I don't count.
Why not?
I'm your old man. Go out with some friends.
Right.
Your friends aren't taking you out? Why not?
Well, in order for your friends to take you out for your birthday, Dad, you generally have to have friends. It's funny how that works.
You have friends. What about that cute blonde? What was her name?
What?
She lives over on Ellis Avenue. You used to spend every minute together.
Cindy Jacobson?
Cindy Jacobson.
Yeah, that was the 3rd grade. Her family moved to Florida in 1993.
What about Claire?
Claire is not my friend. She's my sister. And she's in New York. And I don't like her.
I thought she was coming in.
Not till tomorrow.
Well, my advice, if you find yourself awake late at night, is to sit down and do some mathematics.
Oh, please.
We could do some together.
No, thanks.
Why not?
I can't imagine anything worse. Won't you please have some?
No, thank you. You used to love it.
No, not anymore.
You knew what a prime number was before you could read.
Well, now I've forgotten.
Don't waste your talent, Catherine.
I knew you were going to say something like that, Dad.
I realized you had a tough time, but it's not an excuse.
I'm not making excuses, Dad. I've been looking after you.
Kid, I've seen you. You sleep till noon, you eat junk, the dishes pile up in the sink. If you go out, it's to buy magazines. You come back with a stack of magazines this high. I don't know how you read that crap. And those are the good days. Some days you don't get up, you don't get out of bed.
Those are the good days.
Bullshit, those days are lost. You threw them away, and you'll never know what you threw away with them. The work you didn't do, the ideas you didn't have, the discoveries you didn't make. Because you were moping in your bed at 4 in the afternoon. You know I'm right.
I've lost a few days, okay?
How many?
I don't know.
I bet you do.
What?
I bet you count.
Oh, knock it off.
Well, do you know or don't you?
No, I don't.
Of course you do. How many days have you lost?
A month? I mean, around a month?
Exactly.
God damn it, Dad, I don't know!
How many?
33 days.
Exactly? be precise for Christ's sake.
Well, I slept till noon today.
All right, call it 33 and a quarter days.
Okay?
You're kidding.
Mm-mm.
Amazing number.
It's a depressing fucking number, Dad.
Catherine, if every day you say you lost were a year, it would be a very interesting fucking number.
33 and a quarter years is not interesting.
Stop it. You know exactly what I mean.
1,729 weeks.
1,729. The smallest number expressive.
Expressible is the sum of two cubes in two different ways.
12 cubed plus 1 cubed equals 1,729.
And 10 cubed plus 9 cubed. Yes, thank you. We've got it.
You see? Even your depression is mathematical. Stop moping and get back to work. The kind of potential you
I
have.
haven't done anything good.
You're young, you've got time.
Do I?
Yes.
By the time you were my age, you were famous.
By the time I was your age, I'd already done my best work.
What about after?
After what?
After you got sick.
What about it?
Well, you couldn't work then.
No. If anything, I was sharper.
I'm
Hey, it's
sad.
true.
No, go.
The clarity. That was the amazing thing, no doubts.
You were happy.
Yeah, I was busy.
That's not the same thing.
I don't see the difference. Look, I knew what I wanted to do and I did it. If I wanted to work a problem all day long, I did it. I wanted to look for information, secrets, complex and tantalizing messages. Oh, I could find them all around me. In the air, in a pile of fallen leaves some neighbor raked together, in the box scores in the paper, written in the steam coming up off a cup of coffee. The whole world was talking to me. If I just wanted to close my eyes, sit quietly on the porch, and listen for the messages, I did that. It was wonderful.
How old were you when it started?
20s, 23, 4. Is that what you're worried about?
Thought about it?
Just getting a year older means nothing, Catherine.
Dad, it's not just getting a year older.
It's me.
I've thought about it.
Really?
How could I not?
Well, if that's what you're worried about, you're not keeping up with the medical literature. There are all kinds of factors. It's not simply something you inherit. Just because I went bug house doesn't mean you will.
Dad.
Look, life changes very fast in your early 20s, and it shakes you up. You're feeling down. You've had a bad week. You've had a lousy couple of years. Nobody knows that better than me. But you're gonna be okay.
Yeah?
Yes. Push yourself. Don't read so many magazines. Get the machinery going, and I swear to God, you'll feel fine. Well, just the fact that we can have this conversation is a good sign.
A good sign?
Yes.
How can this be a good sign?
Because crazy people don't sit around wondering if they're nuts.
They don't?
Of course not. They got better things to do. Take it from me. A very good sign that you're crazy is the inability to ask the question, am I crazy?
Even if the answer is yes.
Crazy people don't ask, you see?
Yes.
So if you're asking,
I'm not.
but if you were, it would be a very good sign.
Good sign.
A good sign that you're fine.
Right.
You see, you just got to think these things through. Now, what do you say? Let's call it a night. You go upstairs, get some sleep, and in the morning you...
Wait, no.
What's the matter?
It doesn't work.
Why not?
It doesn't make sense, Dad.
Sure it does.
No, it doesn't.
Where's the problem?
Problem is, you are crazy.
What difference does that make?
You admitted. You just told me that you are.
So?
So you said a crazy person would never admit it.
Yeah, but... Oh, I see.
So?
It's a point.
So how can you admit it?
Well, because I'm also dead, aren't I?
died a week ago.
Heart failure. Quick. The funeral's tomorrow.
That's why Claire is flying in from New York.
Yes.
You're standing here, and you're giving me advice. You brought me champagne, Dad.
Yes.
Which means?
For you?
Yes.
For you, Catherine, my daughter, who I love very much. It could be a bad sign.
What? Oh, God. I'm sorry. Did I wake you?
What?
Were you asleep?
You scared me, for Christ's sake. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it had gotten so late. I'm done for the night.
Okay.
Drinking alone?
Yes.
Champagne, huh?
Yes.
Celebrating?
No, I just like champagne.
It's festive.
What?
Festive.
Do you want some?
Sure.
You can take the rest with you. I'm done.
Oh, no thanks.
No, take it. I'm done.
No, I shouldn't. I'm driving. Well, I can let myself out.
Good.
When should I come back?
Come back.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near finished. Maybe tomorrow?
We have a funeral tomorrow.
God, you're right. I'm sorry. Look, I was going to attend if that's right.
Yes.
Well, what about Sunday? Will you be around?
You've had 3 days.
I'd love to get in some more time up there.
Yeah, well, how much longer do you need?
Another week, at least?
Are you joking?
No. Do you know how much stuff there is?
A week.
I know you don't need anybody in your hair right now, but I spent the last couple days getting everything sorted out. It's mostly notebooks. He dated them all. Now that I have them in order, I don't have to work here. I could take some stuff home, read it, bring it back.
No.
I'll be careful.
No, my father wouldn't want anything moved. I don't want anything leaving the house.
Then I should work here. I'll stay out of the way.
You're wasting your time.
Someone should go through your dad's papers.
There's nothing up there. It's garbage.
There are 103 notebooks.
Yeah, I've looked at those. It's gibberish.
Someone should read them.
He was crazy.
Yes, but he wrote them.
He was a graphomaniac, Harold. Do you know what that is?
I know. He wrote compulsively.
There's nothing connecting the ideas together. There's no ideas. It's like a monkey at a typewriter. It's 103 notebooks full of bullshit.
Well, let's make sure they're bullshit.
I'm sure.
I'm prepared to look at every page. Are you?
No, I'm not crazy.
Well, I'm gonna be late. Some friends of mine are in this band. They're playing at a bar up on Diversity, way down the bill. They're probably going on around 2:30. I said I'd be there.
Great.
They're all in the math department. They're really good. They have a great song, you'd like it, called I. Lowercase I. They just stand there and don't play anything for 3 minutes.
Imaginary number.
Yeah, it's a math joke. You see why they're way down the bill.
It's a long drive to see some nerds in a band.
God, I hate when people say that. It's not that long a drive.
So they are nerds, then.
Oh, they're raging geeks. But they're geeks who, you know, can dress themselves, hold down a job at a major university. Some of them have switched from glasses to contacts. They play sports. They play in a band. They get laid surprisingly often. So, in that sense, they sort of make you question the whole set of terms, really. Geek, nerd, wonk, dweeb, Gilbert, pasty eater.
You're in this band, aren't you, Harold?
Okay, yes. I play drums. Do you want to come? I never sing, I swear to God.
No. Thanks.
Look, Catherine, Monday, what do you say?
Don't you have a job?
Yeah, I have a full teaching load this quarter, plus my own work.
Plus band practice.
Yeah, I don't have the time to do this, but I'm going to, if you let me. I loved your dad. I don't believe a mind like his can just shut down. He had lucid moments. He had a lucid year, a whole year, 4 years ago.
It wasn't a year. It was more like 9 months.
A school year. He was advising students. I was stalled on my PhD. I was this close to quitting. I met with your dad and he put me on the right track with my research. I owe him.
Sorry.
Look, you're 25, right?
How old are you?
It doesn't matter. Listen,
Fuck you. How old are you?
I'm 28. When your dad was younger than both of us, he made major contributions to 3 fields: game theory, algebraic geometry, nonlinear operator theory. Most of us never get our heads around one. He basically invented the mathematical techniques for studying rational behavior. And he gave the astrophysicists plenty to work over too, okay?
Harold, don't lecture me.
I'm not. I'm telling you, if I came up with 1/10 of the shit your dad produced, I could write my own ticket to any math department in the country.
Give me your backpack.
What?
Give me your backpack.
Why?
I want to look inside it.
What?
Open it and give it to me.
Oh, come on.
You're not taking anything out of this house.
I wouldn't do that.
You're helping to find something upstairs that you can publish?
Sure.
Yeah, then you can write your own tickets.
What? No, it would be under your dad's name, all right? It would be for your dad.
I don't believe you. I know you have a notebook in that bag.
What are you talking about?
Give it to me.
I think you're being a little bit paranoid.
Paranoid?
Maybe a little.
Fuck you, Hal. I know you have one of my notebooks.
I think you should calm down and think about what you're saying.
I'm saying that you're lying to me and you're stealing my family's property.
I think that sounds paranoid.
Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean you don't have one of my notebooks.
You just said yourself there isn't anything up there, didn't you? Didn't you say that?
Yes,
So what would I take, right?
you're right.
Thank you.
So you don't need to come back.
Please, someone should know
I
for sure
lived
whether...
with him. I spent my life with him. I cooked for him. I cleaned for him. I talked to him. Tried to listen when he talked. Talked to people who weren't even there. I watched him shuffling around like a ghost. A really smelly ghost. I mean, he was filthy. I had to make sure he bathed. My own father.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't...
When my mother died, it was just me here. God, I tried to do anything to make him happy. Everything, no matter what idiotic project he was working on. But he would read all day. He kept demanding more and more books. I took them out of the library by the carload. We had hundreds upstairs. Then I realized that he wasn't reading. He believed aliens were delivering him messages through the Dewey Decimal numbers in the library books. He was trying to work out the code.
What kind of messages?
Beautiful mathematics. Answers to everything. The most elegant proofs, perfect proofs. Proofs like music.
Sounds good.
Plus fashion tips and knock-knock jokes. I mean, it was nuts, okay?
He was ill. It was a tragedy.
Then came the writing phase. Scribbling frantically for 19, 20 hours a day. I ordered him an entire case of notebooks and he used up every single one of them. I had to drop out of school. I'm glad that he's dead.
I understand why you'd feel that way.
Fuck you.
You're right. I can't imagine dealing with that. It must have been awful. I know you,
You
right?
don't know me. I want to be alone. I don't want him here.
Him?
You. You. I don't want you around.
Why?
Because he's dead.
I'm not.
He's dead. I don't need any of his proteges hanging around.
There will be others.
What?
You think I'm the only one? Yeah, people are already working over his stuff. Someone's gonna read those notebooks.
I'll do it.
No, you...
He's my father. I'll do it.
You can't.
Why not?
You don't have the math. It's all just squiggles on a page. You wouldn't know the good stuff from the junk.
It's all junk.
If it's not, we can't afford to miss any through carelessness.
I know mathematics.
If there's anything up there, it would be pretty high order, right? It would take a professional to recognize
I
it.
think I can recognize it.
Kathy?
What?
I know your dad taught you some basic stuff, but come on.
You don't think I can do it?
I'm sorry. I know you couldn't. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Look, this isn't an airport.
You can come tomorrow.
The University Health Service is very good. My mom died a couple of years ago. I was pretty broken up. Also, my work wasn't going too well. I went over and talked to this doctor. I saw her for a couple of months and it really helped.
I'm fine.
Also, exercise is great. I run along the lake a couple mornings a week. It's not too cold yet. If you wanted to come sometime, I could pick you up. We wouldn't even have to talk.
No. Thanks.
All right. Well, I'm going to be late for the show. I better go. It's seriously like 20 minutes up to the club. We go on, we play, we're terrible, but we buy everyone drinks afterward to make up for it. You'll be home by 4:30 tops.
Good night.
Good night.
Wait, your coat.
Okay.
I'm paranoid.
Wait.
I think you should go jogging.
No,
Jogging?
Hold on. Just please, can I please
Get out.
listen to
Get
me?
the fuck out of my
Let
house.
me explain, all right?
No, you
Please.
stole this. You stole it from me.
I want to show you
stole
something.
it
Will you
from my
calm
father.
down? Calm down.
I'm
please.
calling the police.
Just don't. Look. I borrowed the book, all right? I'm sorry. I just picked it up before I came downstairs and thought I just.
Hello?
I did it for a reason.
Yes, police.
okay?
I would like to
I
report a
noticed
robbery.
something. I know
progress.
something your father wrote, not math, something he wrote. Here, let me show you. Look. Will you put the fucking
Yeah,
phone
robbery.
down and listen to me, please?
Yeah, I'm in 5276 South.
It's about you. See? You. It's about you. Here's your name. Kathy. See?
Yes, South.
A good day. Some very good news from Catherine. I didn't know what that referred to, but I thought you might.
When did you write it?
I think 4 years ago. The handwriting is steady. It must have been during his remission. There's more. Machinery not working yet, but I am patient. Machinery, it's what he called his mind, his ability to do mathematics.
I know.
I know I'll get there. I am an auto mechanic who, after years of greasy work on a hopeless wreck, turns the ignition and hears a faint cough. I am not driving yet, but there's cause for optimism. Talking with students helps. So does being outside, eating meals in restaurants, riding buses, all the activities of normal life. Most of all, Kathy. The years she has lost caring for me. I almost wrote wasted. Yet her refusal to let me be institutionalized, her keeping me at home, caring for me herself, has certainly saved my life. Made writing this possible. Made it possible to imagine doing math again. Where does the strength come from? I can never repay her. Today is her birthday. She is 21. I am taking her to dinner. Dated September 4th. That's tomorrow.
It's today.
You're right. Look, I thought you might want to. Tomorrow I was going to just. It sounds stupid now, but I was going to wrap it. Happy birthday.
Oh, shit!
Better, much.
Thanks.
Feel better?
Yeah.
Oh, you look a million times better. Have some coffee.
Okay.
How do you take it?
Black.
Have some milk. Do you want a banana? It's a good thing I brought food. There was nothing in the house.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go shopping.
Have a bagel.
No, I hate breakfast.
You didn't put on the dress.
I didn't feel like it.
Don't you want to try it on, see if it fits?
I'll put it on later.
If you want to dry your hair, I have a hair dryer.
No.
Did you use that conditioner I brought you?
No, shit, I forgot.
It's my favorite. Katie, you'll love it. I want you to try it.
I'll use it next time.
You'll like it. It has jojoba.
What is jojoba?
It's something they put in for healthy hair.
Hair's dead.
What?
It's dead tissue. You can't make it healthy.
Whatever. It's something that's good for your hair.
What, a chemical?
No, it's organic.
It can be organic and still be a chemical.
I don't know what it is.
Haven't you ever heard of organic chemistry?
It makes my hair feel, look, and smell good. That's the extent of my information about it. You might like it if you decide to use it.
Thanks. I'll use it next time.
Good. If the dress doesn't fit, we can go downtown and exchange it.
Okay.
Maybe Sunday before I go back. Do you need anything?
What, like clothes?
Or anything while I'm here.
No, I'm cool.
I thought maybe we'd invite some people over tonight. Well, if you're feeling okay.
I'm feeling okay, Claire. Stop saying that.
You don't have any plans?
No.
I ordered some food, wine, beer.
We're burying Dad this afternoon.
I think it'll be all right. Anybody who's been to the funeral and wants to come over for something to eat can. Besides, it's the only time I get to see all of my old Chicago friends. It'll be nice. It's a funeral, but we don't have to be completely grim about it. If that's okay with you.
Sure. Fine.
It's been a very stressful time. It'll be nice to relax in a low-key sort of way. Mitch says hi.
Hi, Mitch.
He's really sorry he couldn't be here.
Yeah, he's gonna miss all the fun.
He sends his love. He wanted to see you. I said he'd see you soon enough. We're getting married.
What?
Yes, we just decided.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
When?
January.
Yikes.
Oh, we're not going to do a huge thing. Both his folks are gone too. Just City Hall, then a great big dinner at our favorite restaurant for all our friends. Oh, and you too, of course. I mean, I hope you'll be in the wedding.
Yes, sure. Congratulations, Claire. I'm very happy for you.
Thanks. I mean, me too. We just decided it was time. His job is great. I just got promoted.
Huh.
You will come?
Yes, sure. January? Like, I have to check my calendar or anything. Yeah, I'll be there.
That makes me very happy. How are you?
I'm okay.
How are you feeling about everything?
About everything?
About Dad?
What about it?
About his death? Are you all right?
Yes, I am.
Honestly?
Yes.
I think in some ways it was the right time. I mean, if there ever really is a right time. Do you know what you want to do now?
No.
Do you want to stay here?
I don't know.
Do you want to go back to
I
school?
haven't thought about it, Claire.
Well, there's a lot to think about. How do you feel?
Physically? Fine. But you know what? My hair has actually been feeling really unhealthy lately. I wish there was something I could do about that.
Come on, Catherine.
What is the point of these questions, Claire?
Katie, some policemen came by while you were in the shower.
Yeah?
They wanted to see how you were, check up on things this morning.
Was nice of them?
They said they responded to a call last night and came to the house.
Yeah?
Did you call the police last night?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I thought the house was being robbed.
But it wasn't.
No, I changed my mind.
First you call 911 with an emergency and then you hang up on them.
I didn't actually want them to come.
Then why did you call?
Because I was trying to get rid of this guy from the house.
Who?
A student of Dad's.
Dad hasn't had any students for years.
No, he was a student of Dad's. Now he's a mathematician.
Well, what was he doing in the house in the first place?
He's been coming by to look at some of Dad's notebooks.
In the middle of the night.
Yes, it was late. I was waiting up for him to leave, and last night I thought that maybe he might have been stealing them.
Stealing the notebooks.
Yes, so I told him to go.
Was he stealing the notebooks?
Yes, that's why I called the police.
What is this man's name?
Harold Dobbs.
The police said that you were the only one here.
Yeah, he left before they got here.
With the notebooks.
No, Claire, don't be stupid. There's over 100 notebooks upstairs. God, he was only stealing one. And he was stealing it so he could give it back to me anyway, so I let him go so that he could play with his band on the north side.
His band?
Yes, he was running late. He wanted me to go with him, but I was like, yeah, right, I'm going to the north side to visit him.
Is Harold Dobbs your boyfriend?
No!
Are you sleeping with him?
Oh, God, yuck! He's a math geek, Claire.
And he's in a band. A rock band.
No, a marching band. He plays the trombone. Yes, a rock band.
What is the name of this band?
How should I know?
Harold Dobbs didn't tell you the name of his rock band?
No. Look, I don't know. Look it up in the paper. They were playing last night. They have a song called Imaginary Number that doesn't exist.
Look, I'm just trying to understand here. Is Harold
Oh,
Dobbs...
stop saying Harold Dobbs.
Is this person?
Harold Dobbs exists, Claire.
I'm sure he does.
Oh my God, he's a mathematician at the University of Chicago. Call the fucking math department.
Look, don't get upset. I'm just trying to understand. I mean, if you told me you found some creepy guy who was in the house trying to take some of Dad's papers and you called the police, I'd understand. Or if you were out here partying, drinking with your boyfriend, I'd understand. But the two stories don't go together.
Yeah, because you made up the boyfriend story. Look, I was here alone, okay?
Harold Dobbs wasn't here?
No! I mean, yes, he was here, but we weren't partying.
You weren't drinking with him?
No.
you sure?
Yes?
The police said that you were abusive. They said that you're lucky they didn't haul you in.
Those guys were assholes, Claire. They wouldn't go away. They wanted me to fill out a report.
Were you abusive?
This one cop, he kept spitting on me when he talked. It was disgusting.
Did you use the word dickhead?
I don't remember.
Did you tell one cop to go fuck the other cop's mother?
No,
That's what they said.
I didn't use that phrasing.
Did you strike one of them?
They wanted to come into my house.
Oh my God!
Claire, they might have pushed him a little bit,
They
but
said that you were either drunk or disturbed.
he wanted to come in and search my house, Claire.
You called them!
Yeah, but I didn't want them to actually come. But then they did come, and they started walking around like they owned the place, pushing me around and calling me girly. They were smirking at me and laughing, and they were assholes.
These guys seemed perfectly nice. I mean, they took the time after their shift was over to come back and check on you. They seemed very polite.
Yeah, well, people are nicer to you, Claire.
Katie, would you like to come to New York?
Yes, I told you. January.
You could come sooner. You could stay with us. We'd love to have you. We'd have so much fun.
I don't want to.
Oh, Mitch has become an excellent cook. It's like his hobby now. He buys all these little gadgets. Olive oil sprayer, garlic press. Every night there's something new. Delicious, wonderful meals. The other night, he made vegetarian chili.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Stay with us for a while. It'd be fun.
No, thanks. I'm fine here.
Chicago is dead. New York is so much more fun. You can't believe it.
The fun thing isn't really where my focus is right now, Claire.
I think New York would be a really fun and safe place for you to be.
I don't need a safe place. I'm not looking to have any fun. God, Claire, I'm fine here.
Honey, I think you're upset. I mean, I think you could use some downtime.
Downtime?
It's been a very difficult time for you, Katie.
Yeah, I am actually perfectly okay.
I think you're upset and exhausted.
I was fine until you got here.
Yes, but then you're
Happy?
out. Who is that?
Hey, I was just wondering.
Harold Dobbs, Claire.
Hi.
Okay, so I really don't need this right now. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. And then you swoop in here with all of your questions and are you okay? And your soothing fucking tone of voice and oh God, I hope the policemen are all right. You know what? They're policemen. I think they can take care of themselves. And your bananas and your bagels and your jojoba and your come to New York and your vegetarian fucking chili. I really don't need it right now. It's pissing me off, so just save it.
I'm Claire, Catherine's sister.
Hi. I'm Hal. Nice to meet you. I hope it's not too early. I was just going to try to get some work done before the,
Yes.
Yes, fine.
That's Harold Dobbs.
Yes.
He's a mathematician.
Yes.
He's cute.
Ugh.
Look, I shouldn't have started first thing in the morning. There's a lot we need to discuss. I don't want an argument.
I think you owe me an apology, Claire.
Maybe Hal would like a bagel?
that for a funeral reception, things may have gotten a little out of control in there.
Oh, come on, it's great. Come on in.
I'm alright.
We're done playing, I promise.
No, thanks.
Do you want a beer?
I'm okay.
I brought you one.
Okay. Oh God.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
What did you do? Did you shake it?
No, sorry. Did you want to switch?
It's fine. God. So, how many people are still in there?
It's down to about 40.
40!
Yeah, just the hardcore partiers.
Oh, my sister's friends?
No, mathematicians. Yeah, your sister's friends left hours ago. The guys were really pleased to be asked to participate. They worshipped your dad.
No, it was Claire's idea.
It was good.
So the performance of Imaginary Number was, sort of moving.
Good funeral. I'm sorry. Not
No.
good, but
Yeah. Yeah.
can you believe how many people came?
No, I was surprised.
I think you would have liked it. I'm sorry, it's not my place to say.
No, you're right, but yeah, okay. Everything was better than I expected.
You look great.
Oh, yeah, Claire got it for me.
I like it.
It actually doesn't really fit. It's really.
No, Catherine. It's great.
So how much longer do you think they'll be?
No way to know it. Mathematicians are insane. I went to this conference in Toronto last fall. I'm young, right? I'm in shape. I thought I could hang with the big boys. Yeah, wrong. I've never been so exhausted in my life. 48 straight hours of partying. Drinking, drugs, papers, lectures.
Wait, drugs?
Yeah, amphetamines mostly. I mean, I don't, but some of the older guys are really hooked.
Really?
Yeah, they think they need it.
Why?
They think math is a young man's game. And speed keeps them racing. It makes them feel sharp. There's this fear that your creativity peaks at 23, and it's all downhill from there. Once you hit 50, it's over. Might as well teach high school.
That's what my dad thought.
I don't know, some people stay prolific.
Not many.
No, you're right. Really original work, it's all young guys.
Young guys.
Young people.
No, but it is men mostly.
There are some women.
Hmm? Who?
There's a woman at Stanford, I can't remember her name.
Oh, Sophie Germain.
Yeah? I've probably seen her at meetings, I just don't think I've met her.
She was born in Paris in 1776.
So I've definitely never met her.
Oh, she was trapped in her house. Well, it was during the French Revolution, the Terror, and she wasn't allowed to leave for safety, so she passed her time by reading in her father's study, the Greeks mostly. Afterwards, she tried to get a real education, but the schools wouldn't allow women, so she wrote letters. She wrote to Gauss, but she used a boy's name, Antoine Auguste Leblanc. She sent him some proofs containing a certain type of prime number, important work. He said he was thrilled to correspond with such a brilliant young man. My dad gave me a book about her.
I'm stupid. Sophie Germain, of course.
Oh, you know her.
Germain primes. Yep, they're famous. Double them and add one and you get another prime, like 2. 2 is prime, double plus 1 is 5, also prime.
Right. Or like 168,027 times 2 to the power of 256,440 minus 1.
Right.
That's the biggest one. The biggest one known, anyway.
Did he ever find out who she was? Goss.
Yeah. Later, a mutual friend told him that the brilliant young man was a woman, and he wrote to her, actually. He sent her a letter. He said, "A taste for the mysteries of numbers is excessively rare, but when a person of the sex which according to our customs and prejudices must encounter infinitely more difficulties than men to familiarize herself with these thorny researches, succeeds nevertheless in penetrating even the most obscure parts of it, then she must without a doubt possess the noblest courage, the most extraordinary talents, and a superior genius." I memorized it.
I'm sorry, I'm a little drunk.
It's okay. Look, about yesterday, I'm really, really sorry I wasn't helpful at all. The work you're doing upstairs, you can take as long as you want. I'm so sorry.
You were fine. I was pushy.
No, I was awful.
Oh, my timing was terrible. Anyway, you were probably right.
Wait, what?
About it being junk.
Oh, yeah.
I read through some stuff today, just skimming. Except for the book I stole.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry about that.
No, you were right.
No, I should not have called the police.
It was my fault.
No.
The point is, that book, I'm starting to think it's the only lucid one really, and there's no math in it.
No.
I mean, I'll keep reading, of course, but if I don't find anything in a few days...
Then back to the drums?
Yeah.
And your own research, of course.
Such as it is.
What's wrong with it?
It's not exactly setting the world on fire.
Oh, come on.
It sucks, basically.
Harold?
My papers get turned down. For the right reasons. My stuff is trivial. The big ideas just aren't there.
It's not about big ideas. It's work. You've got to chip away at a problem.
It's not what your dad did.
Yeah, I think it is, in a way. I mean, he'd attack a question from the side, come at it from some strange angle. He'd sneak up on it and then grind away at it. I mean, he was slogging. He just did it so much faster than everybody else that from the outside it looked magical, and...
I don't know.
I'm just guessing.
Plus, the work was beautiful. It's streamlined, and no wasted moves like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's just elegant.
Yeah.
And that's what you can never duplicate. At least I can. It's okay. At a certain point, you realize it's just not going to happen. You readjust your expectations. I enjoy teaching.
You might still come up with something.
I'm 28, remember? On the downhill slope.
Have you tried speed? I mean, I've heard that helps, so...
Yeah.
So how?
Yeah?
What do you do for sex?
Yo, what?
I mean, at these conferences you go to. Isn't that why people hold conferences, you know? Travel, room service, tax-deductible sex in big hotel beds.
Maybe. I don't know.
So, what do you do? All of you guys.
Well, we are scientists. So, there's a lot of experimentation.
Huh, I see.
Huh.
That was nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Again?
Yes.
I've always liked you.
What? What?
Even before I knew you. I would catch glimpses of you when you visited your dad's office at school. I wanted to talk to you, but I thought, no, you do not flirt with your doctoral advisor's daughter.
Oh. Well, I mean, especially when your doctoral advisor is crazy.
Especially then.
You came here once, 4 years ago, do you remember?
Sure. I can't believe that you do. I was dropping off a draft of my thesis for your dad. Jesus, I was so nervous.
You looked so nervous.
I can't believe you remember that.
I remember you. I remember thinking that you seemed not boring.
How long have you been up?
A while?
Did I oversleep?
No.
Is your sister up?
No. But she does actually leave in a couple of hours. I should probably go get her up.
Oh, no. Let her sleep. Yeah, she was doing some pretty serious drinking with the theoretical physicist last night.
I'll make her some coffee when she wakes up.
Yeah, Sunday mornings I usually go out, get the paper, have some breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to come?
No, I ought to stay here until Claire leaves, I think.
All right. Do you mind if I stay?
No? You can work if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Should I?
If you want to.
Do you want me to go?
Do you want to go?
I want to stay here with you.
Oh.
I want to spend a day with you if possible. I'd like to spend as much time with you as I can. Unless, of course, I'm coming on way too strong right now and scaring you, in which case I'll begin backpedaling immediately. How embarrassing is it if I say last night was wonderful?
It's only embarrassing if I don't agree with you.
So,
Don't be embarrassed. Here.
what's this?
That is a key.
Ah,
Why don't you try it?
where?
The bottom desk drawer in the desk in my father's study.
What's in there?
There's only one way to find out, Professor.
Now? Okay.
Good morning. Are you all right?
No. Those fucking physicists.
What happened?
Thanks a lot for leaving me alone last night.
Hey, where were your friends?
My stupid friends left. It was only 11 o'clock. They all had to go home and pay their babysitters or bake bread. I don't know. I'm left alone with these lunatics.
Well, why did you drink so much?
I thought I could keep up with them. I thought they'd stop. They didn't. Oh, God. Have another tequila.
Do you want some coffee?
Oh, in a minute. That band.
Yeah.
They were terrible.
Well, they were all right. I mean, they had fun, I think.
As long as everybody had fun. Your dress turned out okay.
I love it.
You do?
Yes, Claire, it's wonderful.
I'm surprised you even wore it.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're in a good mood.
Should I not be?
Are you kidding? No, I'm thrilled. I'm leaving in a few hours.
Yeah, I know.
The house is a mess. Don't bother cleaning it yourself. I'll call someone to come do it.
Thanks. Here, have your coffee.
No thanks.
Come on, it's no trouble.
Look, Katie, it's just... I'm leaving soon.
Yeah, I know, you said.
I'd still like you to come to New York.
Yes, in January.
I'd like you to move to New York.
Move.
Would you think about it? I mean, for me, you could stay with us at first. We have plenty of space, and then you could find your own place. I've already scouted out some great places, some really cute apartments.
What would I do in New York?
What are you doing here?
I live here.
You can do whatever you wanted. You could work, you can go to school.
I don't know, Claire, I mean, that's pretty major.
I realize that.
Look, I know you mean well. I appreciate it, but I don't know what I want to do. To be honest, you were right yesterday. I have been feeling a little confused. I'm tired. It's been a really rough few years. I think I'd like to take some time to figure out what I want to do.
You could do that in New York.
And I can do it here.
Yes, but in New York it would be so much easier to set you up in an apartment and...
I don't need an apartment. I'll stay in the house.
We're selling the house.
What?
I'm selling the house.
When?
Hoping to do the paperwork this week. I know it seems sudden.
Claire, there hasn't even been anyone looking at the place. Who are you selling it to?
The university, they've wanted the block for years.
But I live here.
Honey, now that Dad's gone, it doesn't make any sense. It's in bad shape. It cost a fortune to heat. It's time to let it go. Mitch agrees. It's a very smart move. We're lucky we have such a great offer.
Where am I supposed to live, Claire?
Come to New York.
I can't believe this.
It would be so good. You deserve a change. It'll be like a whole new adventure for you.
Why are you doing this?
I want to help.
By kicking me out of my house?
It was my house too.
You haven't lived here for years.
I know that. You were all alone. I really regret that. Katie.
Don't!
I let you down. I realize that now. I feel awful. Now I want to help.
Oh, you want to help now?
Yes.
Dad is dead.
I know that.
He's dead. And now that he's dead, you fly in here for a weekend and decide you want to help. You're late. God, where have you been, Claire? Where were you 5 years ago? You weren't helping then.
I was working.
I was here. I lived with him alone.
I was working 14-hour days. I paid every bill here. I paid off the mortgage of this 3-bedroom house while I was living in a studio in Brooklyn.
Yeah, well, you got to have a life. You got to finish school.
You could have stayed in school.
How?
I would have done anything. anything for you. You know that.
What about Dad? Someone had to take care of him, Claire.
He was ill. He deserved to be in a full-time professional care situation.
He didn't belong in a nut house.
He might have been better off.
How can you say that?
This is where I'm meant to feel guilty, right?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
I'm heartless, my own father.
He needed to be here, in his own house, near the university, near his students, near everything that made him happy.
Maybe, or maybe a real full-time situation would have done him more good than rattling around in a filthy house with you looking after him. I'm sorry, Catherine, it is not your fault. It is my fault for letting you do it.
No, I was right to keep him here.
No.
Yes, what about his remission? 4 years ago, he was healthy for almost a year, Claire.
And then he went right downhill after that. Did he ever work again?
No.
And you might have been better.
Better than what?
Living here with him didn't do you any good. You said so yourself. You had so much talent.
You think I'm like Dad?
I think that you share some of his talents and some of his tendency towards instability.
Tell me, Claire, in addition to the cute apartments that you've scouted for me in New York, would you have, by any chance, devoted some of your considerable energies to scouting out some other type of living facility for your bug house, little sister?
No, absolutely not. That is not what this is about.
Don't lie to me, Claire. I'm smarter than you.
The resources I've invested.
Oh my
All
God!
I'm saying is that the people and the doctors in New York are the best and they can help you.
Fuck you!
You wouldn't live anywhere. It'd be entirely up to you.
I hate you!
Please don't yell.
I hate you!
What are you doing here?
How long have you known about this?
A while.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
Because I wasn't sure that I wanted to.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's going on?
Catherine, thank you.
I thought you might want to see it.
What is it?
It's incredible.
What is it?
Oh, it's a result. A proof. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a proof. I mean, it is a proof. A very long proof. I haven't read it all, of course, or checked it. I don't even know if I could check it, but if it is a proof of what I think it's a proof of, it's a very important proof.
What does it prove?
It looks like it proves a theorem. A mathematical theorem about prime numbers. It's something mathematicians have been trying to prove since there were mathematicians, basically. Most people thought it couldn't be done.
Where did you find it?
In your father's desk. Kathy told me about it.
You know about this?
Sure.
Is it any good?
Yes.
It's historic if it checks out.
What does it say?
I don't know yet. I've just read through the first few pages.
Yeah, but what does it mean?
It means that during a time when everyone thought your dad was crazy or barely functioning, he was doing some of the most important mathematics in the world. If it checks out, it means you publish instantly. It means that newspapers all over the world are going to want to talk to the person who found this notebook.
Kathy.
Kathy.
I didn't find it.
Yes, you did.
No.
Well, did you find it or did Hal find it?
Oh, I didn't find it.
No, I didn't find it. I wrote it. you know I was here?
I heard you.
I thought you were sleeping.
On an afternoon like this? No.
Do you need anything?
No.
I'm going to the store.
Oh, what's for dinner?
What do you want?
Not spaghetti.
All right.
Disgusting stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to make.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Good thing I spoke up. You make it too much.
So what do you want?
What do you have a taste for?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Well, I don't care. I thought pasta would be easy.
Oh, pasta. Don't even say that word, pasta. It sounds so hopeless, like surrender. Oh, pasta would be easy. Yes, yes it would. Pasta. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a euphemism people invented when they got sick of eating spaghetti.
Dad, what do you want to eat?
I don't know.
Well, then I don't know what to buy.
I'll shop.
No.
No, I'll do it.
No, please, stay and rest.
No, I wanted to take a walk anyway.
Are you sure?
Yeah, how about a walk to the lake, you and me?
All right.
Ooh, I'd love to go to the lake. Then we'll stop at the store on the way home. See what jumps out at us.
You know, it's warm. That would be nice if you feel up for it.
Damn right I'm up for it. We'll work up an appetite. Just give me 10 seconds. I'll put this stuff away and we're out the door.
I'm going to school.
When?
I'm going to start at Northwestern at the end of the month.
Northwestern?
Yeah, they were great about my credits, Dad. They're letting me come in as a sophomore. I didn't know when to talk to you about it.
Northwestern?
Yes.
What's the matter with Chicago?
You still teach there. I'm sorry, it's just too weird taking classes in your department.
That's a long drive.
It's not that long. It's half an hour.
Still, twice a day.
Dad, I'd live there.
You'd actually want to live in Evanston?
Yes. Look, it's not that far. I can come back whenever you need me. Look, it's just, you've been well. Really well for almost 7 months now. I don't feel like you need me here every minute of the day.
This is all a done deal, you're in?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
Who pays for it?
They're giving me a free ride, Dad. They've been great.
Yeah, and tuition, sure, but what about books and food and clothes and gas and meals out? Do you plan to have a social life?
I don't know.
Gotta pay your own way on dates, you know, at least the early ones. Say the first 3, otherwise they expect something.
Dad, the money will be fine. Look, it'll all be okay. Claire's gonna help.
When did you talk to Claire?
I don't know. A couple weeks ago?
You talked to her before you talked to me?
Look, Dad, there were a lot of things that we needed to sort out, a lot of details to organize. Look, she's been great. She's offered to take care of all the expenses.
Well, this is a big step, a different city.
It's not even a long-distance phone call.
It's a huge place. They're serious up there. I mean serious. Yeah, the football's a disaster. But the math guys don't kid around. Are you sure you're ready? You haven't been in school before. You can get buried up there.
I think I'll be all right.
You're way behind.
I know.
A year at least.
Dad, thank you. I know. Look, I don't know if this is the right decision to make. I don't know if I can handle the work. I don't know if I can handle any of it.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Catherine, you should have talked to me.
Dad, listen, Dad, if you ever, if for any reason it ever turned out that you needed me here again full time,
I won't. That's not what I'm talking about.
I can always take a semester off.
Stop it! It's just the end of the month. Why didn't you say something before?
Dad, come on. It took a while to set this up. And until very recently, I wasn't even sure if you were...
You said yourself, I've been fine.
Yes, but I didn't know. I hoped, but I didn't know. Nobody knew if this would last, Dad, and I told myself that I would wait until I was sure about you. Sure that you were feeling okay again, consistently okay.
So I'm to take this conversation as a vote of confidence. Well, I'm honored.
Take it however you want, Dad. Look, I believed you'd get better.
Oh, thank you very much.
Don't thank me. I had to. I was living with you.
All right, that's enough, Catherine. Stay on the subject.
This is the subject. You had books piled up to the ceiling upstairs. Do you remember that? You were trying to decode messages
The
sent
fucking books are gone. I took them back myself. Why you bring up that garbage?
Because of the...
Mr. Dobbs.
Hi. I hope it's not a bad time.
Yes, it is, actually. You couldn't have picked worse. We're in the
I'm
middle of an argument.
sorry. I can come back.
That's all right.
Are you
We
sure?
needed a break. Yeah. The argument was about dinner. We don't know what to eat. What's your suggestion?
There's a great pasta place not too far.
That's a brilliant idea. Oh my God, actually, do you have the name? No, the address. Tell me where to...
Wrong. Sorry, wrong answer. But thank you for trying.
I can come back.
No, that's all right. Where are you going?
Inside?
What about dinner?
What about him?
What are you doing here, Dobbs?
My timing sucks. I am really sorry.
No, don't be silly.
I'll come to your office.
No. Don't let the dinner thing throw you. You'll bounce back. This should be easier. Let's back off the problem. Let it breathe. Come at it again when it isn't looking.
Yes, all right. Excuse me.
I'm sorry I'm rude. Hal, this is my daughter, Catherine. Don't go. Have a drink with us. Catherine Harold Dobbs.
Hi.
Hi.
Hal's a grad student. He's doing his PhD. Very promising stuff. Unfortunately for him, his work coincided with my return to the department, and he got stuck with you.
No. I've been very lucky.
How long have you been at U of C?
Well, I've been working on my thesis.
Hal is in our infinite program. The closer he gets to completing his dissertation, time approaches infinity. Would you like a drink, Hal?
Yes, I would. And with all due respect.
Really? You must have had an interesting few months.
Worst summer of my life.
Congratulations.
It's just a draft based on everything we talked about last spring. I wasn't sure if I should just wait until the quarter started or if I should just give it to you now or hold off, do another draft, but I figured, fuck it. I mean, let's just get it over with, right? So I thought I'd just come over and see if you were home and then
Drink
just
this.
Thanks. I decided, I don't know, if it feels like it's done, maybe it is.
Wrong. If it feels done, there are major errors.
Oh.
That's all right. That's fine. We'll find them. We'll fix them. Don't worry. You're on your way to a solid career. You'll be teaching younger, more irritating versions of yourself in no time.
Thanks.
Catherine is in the math department at Northwestern now.
Oh, who are you working with?
No, I don't start until the fall, undergrad.
She starts in 3 weeks.
A little more.
They have some good people up at Northwestern. O'Donoghue, Kaminsky.
Yes,
They'll work your ass off.
I know.
You'll have to run pretty hard to catch up.
Yeah, I think I can handle it, Dad.
Of course you can.
You must be excited.
Yeah, I really am.
First year of school can be great.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. All the new people, new places, getting out of the house.
Yeah.
Or no.
Oh no, absolutely. Getting the hell out of here. Thank God, it's about time. I'll be glad to see the back of her.
Really? You will?
Of course. Maybe I'd like the place to myself for a while. Did that ever occur to you?
Oh, but don't worry, Dad. I'll be back every weekend and visit you all the time. You know what? I've got to come back every Sunday to cook you up big giant vats of pasta to last you through the week.
And I'll drive up to Evanston, strut around, and embarrass you in front of your classmates.
Oh, good. So we'll be in touch then?
Yeah, and if you have a problem, give me a call.
You know what? You too.
Make sure I have your number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually looking forward to getting some work done.
Oh, what are you working on?
Nothing. Nothing at the moment, which I'm glad of, really. This is the time of year you don't want to be tied down to anything. You want to be outdoors. Oh, I love Chicago in September. Perfect skies, sailboats on the water, Cubs losing, warm, the sun's still hot with the occasional blast of Arctic air to keep you on your toes, remind you of winter. Students coming back, bookstores full, everybody busy. Now, I was in a bookstore yesterday, completely full of students buying books. What? Browsing. Students do a hell of a lot of browsing, don't they? Just browsing. You see them shuffling around with their backpacks, taking up space, goofing off. You'd call it loitering, but every once in a while they open a book and flip the pages. Browsing. Yeah, I admire it. It's an honest way to kill an afternoon. In the back of a used bookstore, or going through a crate of somebody's old record albums, not looking for anything, just looking, what the hell. Touching the old book jackets, seeing what somebody threw out, what they underlined. Maybe you find something great, like an old thriller with a painted cover from the 40s, or a textbook that your professor used when he was a student. His name written in it very carefully. Yeah, I like it. I like watching the students, wondering what they're going to buy, what they're going to read, what kind of ideas they'll come up with when they settle down and get to work. I'm not doing much of anything right now. It does get harder. It's a stereotype that happens to be true. Fortunately for me, unfortunately for you, for all of us.
You might get lucky, Dad.
Maybe I will. Maybe you'll pick up where I left off.
Don't hold your breath.
Don't underestimate yourself.
Anyway,
Another drink? Kathy? Hal?
no, thanks.
Thanks, I really should get going.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you a call when I've had a look at this. Don't think about it till then. Enjoy yourself. See some movies.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll stop by my office in a week. Call it
The 11th?
the 11th. I'm sorry. I used to have a pretty good memory for numbers. Happy birthday.
Oh, Dad.
I am sorry. I'm embarrassed.
No, don't be stupid.
I didn't get you anything.
Don't worry about it.
I'm taking you out.
You don't have to do that.
We are going out. Well, I didn't want to shop and cook anyway. Let's go out to dinner. What do you want to eat? Let's get the hell out of this neighborhood. Let's go to Chinatown or Greektown. Well, I don't know what's good anymore.
Whatever you want, Dad.
No, whatever you want, goddammit. It's your birthday.
Steak.
Steak. Yes.
No. First beer. Really cold beer. Really cheap beer.
Done.
You know that Chicago beer that's all watery and has no flavor and you can just drink gallons of it.
They just pump the water out of Lake Michigan and bottle it.
It's so awful.
I have a taste for it myself.
Then steak. Grilled really black with spinach and mashed potatoes.
I remember a place. If it's still there, I think it'll do the trick.
And desserts.
Goes without saying. It's your birthday. Hooray. And there's the answer to our dinner problem. Thank you for reminding me, Harold Dobbs.
Oh my God, you're being so rude. Do you want to come with us?
No, I
No,
should.
please, come.
Come on, please.
I can't. Thank you, though. I have plans. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Anyway, I'll show you out.
See you on the 11th, Hal.
Great.
I'm gonna get changed. I'll just be just a second, Dad.
September 4th. A good day.
You wrote this?
Yes.
When?
I started just after I quit school. I finished a few months before Dad died.
Did he see it?
No. He never knew I was working on it. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered to him anyway. He was too sick.
I don't understand. You did this by yourself.
Yes.
It's in Dad's notebook.
Yeah, I used one of the blank books. There was a bunch of them upstairs.
Tell me exactly where you found this.
In the study.
I told him when...
Hold on. Where did you find it?
In the bottom drawer of the desk in the study. A locked drawer. Catherine gave me the key.
Why was the drawer locked?
Because it's mine. It's the drawer where I keep my private personal things. I've used it for years.
Was there anything else in the drawer?
No.
No, that's the only
Can I
thing that...
see it? I'm sorry, I just... You found it... You told him exactly where to find it. You gave him the key. You wrote this incredible thing and you didn't tell anyone?
I'm telling you both now. Look, when I left school, I had nothing to do. I got depressed. I was really depressed. Until basically one day I just figured, fuck it, I don't need them. It's just math. I can do it on my own. So I started working here. I worked late at night after Dad was in bed. Look, it was really hard, but I did it.
I'm sorry, Catherine. I just find this really hard to believe.
Claire, I wrote the proof.
I'm sorry.
Claire!
This is Dad's handwriting.
It's not.
It looks exactly like it.
It's my handwriting.
I'm sorry.
Ask Hal. He's been looking at Dad's stuff for weeks.
I don't know.
Hal, come on.
What does it look like?
It looks... I don't know what Catherine's handwriting looks like.
It looks like that.
Okay, okay.
You know what I think? I think it's early and people are tired and not in the right state of mind to make decisions about anything emotional, so we should all just take a deep breath.
You don't believe me.
I'm sorry, Catherine. I really don't know anything about this.
Get it? I don't know why I expected you to believe me about anything.
Could you tell us the proof that would show that it's yours?
You wouldn't understand it.
Tell it to Hal.
I mean, I could. We could talk through it. I could
You
sit down.
can't use the notebook.
Claire, come on. Don't be ridiculous. It's 40 pages long. I didn't memorize the thing. It's not a muffin recipe. Fuck. God. This is so stupid. It's my book. It's my handwriting. It's my key, my drawer, my desk, my proof. Hal, tell her.
Tell her what?
Whose book is that?
I don't know.
Come on, you've been looking at Dad's stuff. You know there's nothing even remotely like that up there.
Look, Catherine...
Come on, we'll sit down, and I'll talk you through it, and we'll go through it together. If Claire would please just give me back my book.
All right, talk him through it.
That might take days. Yeah, and it still wouldn't show that she wrote it.
Why not?
He could have written it and explained it to you later. Look, I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying there's no proof that you wrote
Well,
this.
of course there isn't. Oh, but come on. I mean, he didn't do this. He couldn't have done this. He didn't do any work for years, Hal. You know this. Even in his good year, his healthy year, he didn't do any math. You've seen his stuff. You know all of this. You're supposed to be a scientist.
You're right. Okay. Here's my suggestion. I know 3 or 4 guys at the department, very smart, disinterested people who knew your father, knew his work. Let me take this to them. I'll tell them we found something, right? Something potentially major, and we're not sure of the authorship. I'll sit down with them and we'll go through the thing carefully.
Good.
And figure out exactly what we've got. It would only take a couple of days probably, and then we'd have a lot more information.
I think that's an excellent suggestion.
You can't.
Catherine.
No, you can't take it.
I'm not taking it.
Oh, this is what you wanted all along.
Oh, come on, Jesus.
Oh, you don't waste any time, do you? You don't have any hesitation at all. You just can't wait to show the world my father's brilliant discovery.
I'm trying to determine what this is.
I'm telling you what it is.
You don't know.
I wrote it.
It's your father's handwriting. At least it looks an awful lot like the writing in the other books. Like maybe your writing looks exactly like his. I don't know.
It does look like his. I didn't show this to anyone. I could have. I didn't. I wanted you to be the first one to see it. I didn't even know I wanted that until last night. Come on, Hal, it's me. I trusted you.
I know.
Was I wrong?
No.
I mean, I should have known that she wouldn't trust me, but why don't you believe me?
This is one of his notebooks. The exact same kind he used.
I told you I used one of the extras. There was a bunch of them upstairs.
There aren't any extra books in the study.
Well, there were when I started writing the proof. I bought them for him. He used the others up later.
And the writing.
You want to test my handwriting?
No. He could have dictated it to you for Christ's sake. It still doesn't make sense.
Why not?
I'm a mathematician.
Yes.
Like, I know how hard it would be to come up with something like this, all right? I mean, it's impossible. You'd have to be your dad, basically, all right? Your dad at the peak of his powers.
I'm a mathematician too.
Not like your dad.
Oh, and he's the only one that could have done
He's
this?
the only one I know.
God, are you sure?
Your father was the
Look,
most...
just because you and all of the other math geeks worshipped him, Hal, does not mean that he's the one that wrote this proof.
He was the best. My generation hasn't produced anything like him. He revolutionized the field twice before he was 22. I'm sorry, but you took some classes at Northwestern for a few months.
My education was not at Northwestern. It was living in this house with my father for 25 years.
Even so, it doesn't matter. This is too advanced. I don't even understand most of it.
You think it's too advanced?
Yes.
Too advanced for you.
You could not have done this work.
And what if I did?
Well, what if?
Well, that would be a real disaster for you, wouldn't it? For you and all of the other math geeks who barely finished their PhDs, who are marking time doing lame research and bragging about the conferences they go to. Oh, wow! And God, playing in an awful band and complaining that they're intellectually past it at the age of 28 because they are!
Katie, let's go inside. Not now.
What's the matter?
She's sleeping.
Can I wait here until she gets up?
She's been sleeping since yesterday. She won't get up. She won't eat. She won't talk to me. I couldn't go home. I'm gonna wait here until she seems okay to travel.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yesterday, I know I didn't do what she wanted.
Neither of us did.
I didn't know what to say. I feel awful.
Why did you sleep with her?
I'm sorry, that's none of your business.
Bullshit. I'm the one who has to take care of her. It's a little bit harder with you jerking her around.
I wasn't jerking her around, right? It just happened.
Your timing was not great.
It wasn't my timing, or it was both of our...
Why did you do it? You know what she's like. She's fragile, and you took advantage of her.
No, it's what we both wanted, right? I didn't mean to hurt her.
You did.
I'd like to talk to Catherine, please.
You can't.
Are you taking her away?
Yes.
To New York?
Yes.
Just going to drag her to New York?
If I have to.
Don't you think she should have some say in whether or not she goes?
If she's not going to speak, what else can I do?
Let me try. Let me talk to her.
Hal, give it up. This has nothing to do with you.
She's stronger than you think, Claire.
What?
She can handle herself. Right? She can handle talking to me. Maybe it would help. Maybe she'd like it.
Maybe she'd like it? Are you out of your mind? You're the reason she's up there. You don't know her. You don't know what she needs. She's my sister. Jesus. You fucking mathematicians, you don't think. You don't know what you're doing. You stagger around here creating these catastrophes, and it's people like me who have to fly in and clean everything up. She needs to get out of Chicago, out of this house. Look, I'll give you my number in New York. You can call me once she's settled. That's it. That's the deal.
Okay.
I don't mean to be rude, but I've got a lot to do.
There's one more thing. You're not going to like
Oh,
it.
sure. Take the notebook. Hold on a second. I'll get it for you.
I thought this would be harder.
Don't worry. It's really sweet that you want to see Catherine, but of course you'd like to see the notebook too.
No. It's my responsibility, or as a professional, I can't turn my back on the necessity of every...
Relax. I don't care. What would I do with it? Take it.
Sure.
Yes, of course.
You trust me with this?
Yes.
You just said yourself I don't know what I'm doing.
I think you're a little bit of an idiot, but you're not dishonest. Someone needs to figure out what's in there. I can't do it. It needs to be done here in Chicago. My father would like that. When you figure out what's in there, you let me know what the family should do.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. It's by far the most convenient option available. I put my card in there. Call me whenever you need.
Okay.
Hal,
Yeah.
could you tell me about it? I mean, the proof, I'm just curious.
That would take some time. How much math have you got?
I'm a currency analyst. It helps to be quick with numbers. I am. I maybe inherited 1/1000th of my father's ability. It's enough. Catherine got a little bit more. Just not sure how much.
need a coat?
Don't you think I can make that assessment for myself?
Oh, aren't you cold?
Of course I am. I'm freezing my ass off.
Then what are you doing out here?
Thinking, writing.
But, Dad, you're gonna freeze to death.
It's too hot in the house. The radiators dry out the air. And that clanking, I can't concentrate. If the house weren't so old, we'd have central air heating, but we don't. So I have to come out here to get any work done.
Oh, Dad, come on. I'll turn off the air conditioner. I mean, the heat. It won't make any noise. Could we please come inside? It isn't safe.
I'm okay.
Dad, I've been calling. Didn't you hear the phone?
It's a distraction.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what was going on. I had to drive all the way down here.
I can see that.
I had to skip class, Dad. Why didn't you pick up?
Well, I'm sorry, Catherine, but it's a question of priorities, and work takes priority. You know that.
Wait, you're working?
I am working. God damn it. I say I. The machinery. The machinery is working. Catherine, it's on full blast. All the cylinders are firing. I'm on fire. That's why I came out here to cool off. I haven't felt like this for years.
You're joking.
No.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either, but it's true. It started about a week ago. I woke up, came downstairs, made a cup of coffee, and before I could pour in the milk, it was like somebody turned the light on in my head.
You're kidding.
Not the light, the whole power grid. I lit up, and it was like no time had passed since I was 21.
Dad, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it, but look, I'm back. I'm back in touch with the source, the font, whatever it is that was the source of my creativity all those years ago. I'm in touch with it again. I'm sitting on it. It's a geyser, and I'm shooting right up in the air on top of it.
You're kidding.
I'm not talking about divine inspiration. It's not funneling down through my head and onto the page. It'll take work to shape these things. I won't say it won't be a tremendous amount of work. It will be a tremendous amount of work, but the raw material is there. It's like I've been driving in traffic and suddenly the lanes have opened up and I can accelerate. I see whole landscapes, places for the work to go, new techniques, revolutionary possibilities. I'm going to get whole sections of the profession talking to each other. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. How's school?
Oh, Dad.
Working hard?
Yes, of course.
Faculty treating you all right?
Dad, yeah,
Made any friends?
Dad, stop.
Dating?
Dad.
No details necessary if you don't want to provide them. I'm just
Dad,
interested.
stop. I want to talk about what you're doing.
Great. Let's talk.
This work.
Yes.
I mean, is it here?
Part of it, yes.
Can I see it?
It's all at a very early stage.
I don't mind.
Nothing's actually complete yet. I think we're talking years.
Dad, I don't care. Show me anything.
You really want to see it?
Yes.
You're genuinely interested.
Dad, of course.
Of course. It's your field.
Yes.
You know how happy that makes me?
Yes.
I think there's enough here to keep me working the rest of my life. And not just me. I was beginning to think I was finished. Really finished. I was grateful to be able to go to the office and have a life. But secretly I was terrified that I'd never work again. Did you know that?
I wondered.
I was absolutely fucking terrified. But then I remembered something. Part of that terror went away. I remembered you. Your creative years were just beginning. You get your degree, you do your own work. You were just getting started. If you hadn't gone into math, that would have been all right. Catherine's done well. Claire's done well for herself. I'm satisfied with her. I'm proud of you. Now, I don't mean to embarrass you. It's part of the reason we have kids. We hope that they'll survive us and accomplish what we can't. But now that I'm back in the game, I got another idea, a better one.
What?
Look, I know you've got your own work. You can't neglect it. I don't want you to neglect it, but I could use some help. Work with me. If you want, we could work it out with your class schedule and everything. I can help you with that. I can make some calls, talk to your teachers. Look, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, Jesus, look, enough bullshit. You asked to see something. All right, let's start with this. I've roughed something out. General outline for a proof. Major result. Important. It's not finished, but you can see where it's going.
Hey, Dad, let's go inside.
Now, the gaps might make it hard to follow. We can talk it through.
Yeah, you're cold. Let's go inside,
This might be
please.
a great place to start. What do you say? We can work on this together.
No.
Let's talk it through.
It's too cold out here. I'm freezing as well. I think we should go inside.
I'm telling you, it's stifling in there, goddammit. Radiators. Now look, this is how we do it. You read out the first couple of lines. You go through the argument, line by line, out loud, see if there's another way, a better way. Come on, let's do some work together.
No, come on. Let's go in.
I've been waiting years for this. This is something I want to do. Let's collaborate.
We can't do it out here, Dad. It's freezing cold. I'm taking you inside.
Not until we talk about the proof.
No.
God damn it, Catherine! Open the goddamn book and read me the lines!
Let x equal the quantity of all quantities of x. Let x equal the cold. It is cold in December. The months of cold equal November through February. There are 4 months of cold and 4 of heat, leaving 4 months of indeterminate temperature. In February, it snows. In March, the lake is a lake of ice. In September, the students come back and the bookstores are full. Let x equal the month of full bookstores. The number of books approaches infinity as the number of months of cold approaches 4. I will never be as cold now as I will in the future. The future of cold is infinite. The future of heat is the future of cold. The bookstores are infinite and so are never full acceptance. Come on, Dad, let's go inside.
I'm cold.
I know, we'll warm you up.
Don't leave. Please.
Oh, I won't. I won't. Let's go inside. Good coffee?
Oh, it is, isn't it? We have this place where we buy all our coffee. They brew it themselves. They have a great big roaster down in the basement. Sometimes you could smell it on the street. Sometimes you could smell it 4 stories up in our apartment. It's wonderful. Manhattan's best. I don't know, some magazine wrote it up, but it is really good.
Sounds good.
You'll like it.
Good.
You look nice.
Thanks. So do you.
It's bright.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I do miss about this place. All the space, the light. You can sit out here all morning.
It's not that warm.
Oh, are you cold?
No, not really.
Oh, I'm sorry. It has gotten chilly. Do you want to go inside?
No, I'm okay.
I just thought it would be nice if we sat out here and had a cup of coffee.
No, it is.
Besides, the kitchen's all put away, but, you know, if you're cold, we can go with...
No, I'm fine, really.
Do you want your jacket?
Yes, all right.
that time of year.
Yes. I can feel it coming.
Honey, there's no rush.
I know.
If you want to hang out, be alone for a while.
No. It's no big deal.
We don't have to leave for about 20 minutes or so.
I know.
You're all packed?
Yes.
If you forgot anything, don't worry about it. The movers will send us everything next month.
I know.
I know this is hard.
It's fine.
It's the right decision.
I know.
I want to make this an easy transition for you. So does Mitch.
Good.
The actual departure is the hardest part. I mean, once we get there, we can relax, enjoy ourselves.
I know.
You'll love New York.
I can't wait.
You will. It's the most exciting city.
You know, I've read that. Yeah.
Chicago is dead. New York is so much more exciting.
You know what I'm looking forward to, Claire?
What?
Seeing Broadway musicals.
Oh, well, Mitch can get us tickets to whatever you'd like to see.
And Rockefeller Center in the winter, you know, all the skaters.
Well,
And the many fine museums.
I know this is hard for you.
Hearing you say how hard it is for me is what's hard for me.
Once we get there, you can see all the opportunities available to you.
Lithium, restraints, electroshock.
Schools. In New York alone, there's NYU, Columbia.
Oh, bright college days, road trips, and football games, and necking in the quad.
Or, if that's not what you'd like, we can get you a job. Mitch has terrific connections all over town.
Does he know anyone in the phone sex industry?
I want to make this as easy a transition as I can.
It's gonna be easy, Claire. It's gonna be so fucking easy, you won't be able to stand it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna sit very quietly on the plane to New York and live very quietly in my cute apartment, and I'm going to answer Dr. von Heimlich's questions very politely.
You could see whatever doctor you'd like, or you could see no doctor at all.
I would like to see a doctor named Dr. von Heimlich. Please find me one. I would like for him to have a monocle and a big, leather, expensive couch so that I am perfectly comfortable when I'm blaming everything on you.
Don't come.
I am coming!
Forget it. Stay here. See how you do.
I could!
You couldn't take care of yourself for 5 days.
That's bullshit.
You slept all week. I had to cancel my flight. I missed an entire week's worth of work. I couldn't believe it when you finally dragged yourself up.
I was tired.
Catherine, you were out of it. You weren't speaking.
I didn't want to talk to you.
Stay here if you hate me so much.
And do what, Claire?
You're the genius. Figure it out.
You're still here. I saw Claire leaving out front. I wasn't sure if you... God, this fucking thing checks out. I've been over it twice with 2 different sets of guys, old geeks and young geeks. It's weird. I don't know where the techniques came from. Some of the moves are very hard to follow, but we can't find anything wrong with it. There might be something wrong with it, but we can't find it. I have not slept. It works. I thought you might want to know.
I already knew.
I had to swear these guys to secrecy, and they were jumping out of their skins. You see, one email, and it's all over. I threatened them. I think we're safe. They're physical cowards. I had to see you.
I'm leaving. How?
I know, just
What do
wait,
you want?
Wait a minute, please.
What do you want? You have the notebook. Okay? She told me that you came by for it and she just gave it to you. So do whatever you want with it. Publish it.
I don't want to.
Get Claire's permission and publish. She doesn't care anyway. She doesn't even know what's inside of it.
I don't want Claire's permission.
Well, you want mine? Publish! Go for it! Show the world what my father discovered.
I don't want to, all right?
Well, you can fuck my father and pass it off as your own work. You know what? Write your ticket to any math department in the country.
I don't think your father wrote it.
You did last week.
That was last week. I spent this week reading the proof. I think I understand it more or less. It uses a lot of newer mathematical techniques, things that were developed in the last decade. Elliptic curves, modular forms. I think I learned more mathematics this week than I did in 4 years of grad school. So the proof is very...
Get some sleep, Hal.
What was your father doing the last 10 years? He wasn't well, was he?
Are you quite finished?
I don't think your father would have been able to master those new techniques.
Yeah, but he was a genius.
But he was nuts.
So we read about them later.
Maybe. The books he would have needed are upstairs. Look, your dad dated everything. Even his most incoherent entries he dated. There are no dates in this.
What about the handwriting?
It looks like your father's. Parents and children sometimes have similar handwriting, especially if they've spent a lot of time together.
It's an interesting theory.
I like it.
Yeah, so do I. It's what I told you a week ago.
I know.
You blew it, Hal. And it's too bad as well, because the rest of it was really good. All of it. I loved your dad. And I always liked you, and I want to spend every minute with you. Killer stuff. God, you got laid, and you got the notebook. You're a genius.
You're giving me way too much credit here. Look, I don't expect you to be happy with me, all right? I just wanted, I don't know, I was hoping to discuss some of this with you. Purely professional. I don't expect anything else.
Forget it.
I mean, we have questions. Working on this must have been amazing. God, I'd love to just hear you talk about some of this.
No.
You'll have to deal with it eventually, you know. You can't ignore it. You'll have to get it published. You'll have to talk to someone. Take it at least and then I'll go here.
No, I don't want it.
Come on, Catherine. I'm trying to correct things.
You can't. Do you hear me? You think you figured something out? You come running over here all pleased with yourself because you changed your mind. Now you're certain. God, you're so sloppy. You don't know anything. All this stuff that you figured out with your buddies this week, the book, the dates, the handwriting, the math, it doesn't mean anything. It's all just evidence. It doesn't finish the job, Hal. It doesn't prove anything.
Okay, what would?
Nothing! You should have trusted me.
I know. So Claire sold the house.
Yeah.
Stay in Chicago. You're an adult.
She wants me in New York. She wants to look after me.
Do you need looking after?
She thinks I do.
You've looked after your dad for 5 years.
Yeah. So maybe it's my turn. Look, I don't know. I kick and I scream but I don't know. Being looked after doesn't sound so bad, you know. I'm tired. And the house is a wreck. I mean, let's face it, it's my dad's house.
Nice house.
It's old.
I guess.
It's drafty as hell. The winters are rough.
It's just Chicago.
Either it's freezing inside, or the steam is on full blast, and it's stifling.
I don't mind cold weather. keeps you alert.
Give it a few years.
I've lived here all my life.
Yeah?
Sure. Just like you.
I don't think I should spend another winter here.
There is nothing wrong with you.
I think I'm like my dad.
I think you are too.
No, I'm afraid I'm like my dad.
You're not him.
But maybe I will be.
Maybe. Maybe you'll be better.
It didn't feel amazing. Or, what was the word you used?
Yeah. Amazing.
It was just connecting the dots. How, like, some nights I could connect 3 or 4, it would be really easy, and then other nights they'd be really far apart, and I couldn't see where the next one was, or if there even was a next one.
You really never knew?
No. I used to work after midnight. He was usually in bed.
Every night?
No. Some nights, if I couldn't work, I'd come downstairs and watch TV. And if he couldn't sleep, he'd come down and sit with me and we'd talk. Not about math, he couldn't, but we'd talk about what we were watching. I'd explain the stories to him. Or we'd talk about fixing the radiators and decide we didn't want to. I mean, we loved them, even though they made the air dry and clanged in the middle of the night. Or we'd talk about breakfast, what we were going to eat together in the morning. Those nights were usually pretty good. Look, I know it works. I do, but all I can see are the compromises, you know, the approximations, the places where it's just stitched together. It's lumpy. My dad's stuff was elegant when he was younger.
Talk me through it. Whatever's bothering you. Maybe you'll improve it.
No, I don't.
Pick anything. Give it a shot. Maybe you'll discover something elegant.
I mean, here. I have Eberhardt's conjecture setting this section up, right? Q to the n as the nth prime. B is equal to a positive, but not divisible by p. I mean, you know all this. It's pretty basic number theory stuff, but it just seems wrong to use it to get to Gauss. You know, I try and go around it, but when I do, it just eliminates, or I'm ending up with contradictions, or it all just turns back to 0.